VTI is an incredibly popular ETF that tracks the total US stock market. People love VTI because of its diversified risk, low expense ratio, and historical returns. So today we're going to walk you through how to buy VTI in Vanguard. For those unfamiliar, VTI is Vanguard's total stock market ETF. An ETF stands for an exchange traded fund, which is a type of security that tracks an index, sector, commodity, or other asset, but which can be purchased or sold on a stock exchange the same as a regular stock. An ETF can be structured to track anything from the price of an individual commodity to a large and diverse collection of securities. ETFs can even be structured to track specific investment strategies. VTI is actually made up of a huge collection of stocks in the US stock market. This fund is perhaps the ideal holding if you want the broadest possible US stock market coverage. It holds large, mid, and small caps across both value and growth styles. VTI is 80% the S&P 500 plus 20% mid-cap and small-cap equities. In other words, for every dollar invested in VTI, you're putting 80 cents in the S&P 500 and 20 cents in smaller companies. This means that VTI is very, very similar to the S&P 500. Even better, VTI only charges about 0.03% annually, which is just about as low as you can possibly go in the investing world. This means that you're only charged $3 for every $10,000 invested, which is really amazing because then these expenses aren't going to eat into your profits. You may not find a better deal anywhere in the ETF world. So now that we know what exactly VTI is and what we're buying, let's jump into Vanguard to see how this is actually done. Let's start by logging into investor.vanguard.com with our username and password. This landing page is going to bring up a summary of all of my accounts that I own with Vanguard. From here, I'm going to select which account that I want to buy VTI in. In this case, I'm going to be using my brokerage account. From here, I'm going to select Transact and then Trade Vanguard ETFs. Since I'm interested in buying VTI, I'm going to select Buy and then just type the symbol VTI. In this box, you'll enter the number of shares that you want and select the order type to be market. This real-time quote is going to show me how much one share of VTI is going to cost me. So if everything looks good here, I'm going to move on to preview order. One thing to note here is you're going to want to make sure that you have enough funds available to trade. So make sure your money market is well funded under the account that you're buying in so that you're able to afford how many shares of VTI you want to buy. If everything looks good here, I'm going to move on to preview order. Once again, I'm just going to look over this page, and if everything looks good, I'll hit submit. And there you have it. You're now owner of VTI. So I hope this short little video was helpful in getting you all to buy Vanguard's VTI. Thank you all so much for watching, and consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more finance content in the future. And like this video if you found it helpful. I am planning on doing a video comparing VTI to its mutual fund counterpart, VTSAX, so stay tuned for that one. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!